Walking is a wonderful activity to do. It's great for our mental health, it's great for stress reduction, it helps with anxiety, it's a great social activity to do, and so many great thinkers got their best ideas walking. However, it comes with 4 shortcomings. And as a physical therapist, seeing my clients age, I recognize that just by making little changes in their walking, they can make a huge difference in their health outcomes. So what are those 4 shortcomings? Well, one of them is boosting your metabolic rate. I don't know too many women that are not worried about losing a couple of pounds. And so if we just walk at a constant pace, the body goes, been there, done that. It needs a boost. So A, for weight loss and boosting your metabolic rate. 2, for our bone health. 1 in 4 women are going to have osteoporosis. If we don't walk briskly enough, or our bones are not going to benefit from the walk. 3 is walking on flat surfaces is not enough to strengthen our muscles. 4 is building our cardiovascular system. If we always walk at the same pace, our heart and lungs, our whole cardiovascular system can't benefit as much from the walk. This video is all about making modifications to those shortcomings and allowing you over time to build in new ways of boosting your walk. When it comes to all of the things I'm going to share with you, I just want to tell you right now, if you stick with me to the end, I'm going to guide you to a walking tutorial that's going to, I want to say blow your mind, but make you realize there's so much more involved with walking than what you might appreciate right now. And so stick with me and let's go for the journey. First boost is to introduce extra loading. You might want to put on a pound or 2 to help load your bones, challenge your muscles, and challenge your cardiovascular system. Whether you start with a light backpack or a weighted vest, you're going to introduce just 1 pound a week and allow your body to adapt to that weight. You know, whether it takes you 2 or 3 weeks to go, oh, I hardly notice that pound anymore. And for all of these tips that I'm going to be giving you, I don't want you to all of a sudden introduce a tip into every walk you take. You're just going to do it really gradually, maybe 1 of your walks a week. You go, I'm going to try that tip. And after a month, you come back to this video and you go, what was that second tip? I'm going to try that one. Over the course of a year, you will see substantial changes to your fitness. The second tip is you don't gain any benefit in your core or in your upper body when you're walking. It's truly a leg-centric exercise. And walking is simply the act of catching yourself from falling. So how do you introduce more musculature into your walk? How do you get more core and upper body? Well, that's where we introduce poles. Nordic walking is a great way to get your arms involved, get your back and core muscles involved, and at the same time, it's been shown to burn more calories and boost your cardiovascular fitness to an equivalency of jogging. The third tip is to use your environment to create resistance that will help you build strength in your legs. So you might envision a walk that you take and you've actually maybe been avoiding some of the hills in that walk. But I actually want you to bring them back into your life. Going uphill is a great boost for your cardiovascular system. Going downhill is actually a great boost for your muscle strength because that's eccentric loading on the muscles, which I've talked about in previous videos, where that eccentric loading requires much more muscle control and muscle firing, all of which is great for both your muscles and your bones. So the fourth tip has to do with how you carry yourself, your posture. And so often when I see my clients, they haven't seen them in a year, they come in and I always watch how they walk into the clinic, and I see their head a little bit further forward, I see their shoulders rolled a little bit more. And if I happen to catch them out on the street, just observing their walking, again, they're carrying that same posture. Not only does it make them look older, but it affects the ability for them to get a good breath, so that wanting to get a brisker walk is harder if you can't get good oxygenation. And the other thing, it looks so much better, and the ability to carry your head straight over your spine is so much healthier for the health of the muscles of the spine and the bones. So keeping tall through your walk is so very important, and a tip that you're going to take with you through all the other tips that I've given you thus far. The next tip is all about speed. I know a lot of people go, oh, but Margaret, you can't ask me to just walk faster for the whole walk. I'll be so tired. Well, I'm not asking you to walk for the whole walk. Eventually, this little tip will help you do that. But for most of my clients, they'll commit to a walk. They'll go out for 50 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And what I'm asking you to do is actually break up that walk. Consider, instead of a 50-minute walk, you do 2 25 minutes, even 2 20-minute walks, because that's going to give you more energy to walk a little faster. Now, you're going to go out with your walk just the way you always do. After 2, 3, 4 minutes, after doing the warm-ups that you're going to get to introduce to later on, you're going to increase your pace. And it might be you're going, oh, from this light post to the next light post, or this tree to that tree, I'm going to just bring that pace up just a little bit more. Eventually, I want it to be as quickly as you can walk safely. And so you might, on your first time out doing this, just do it once. On the next time out, you might go, that wasn't so bad, I'll do it twice. And then eventually you're doing it 3 and 4 times in your walk. Now, this has been shown in studies where you're going at a high intensity for you to be equivalent to doing a much longer workout at a moderate intensity. So your cardiovascular system is going to benefit. Also, it's going to bring your walking pace up to a pace that is essential for building your bones. We know that if you walk at a pace slower than 3.1 miles an hour, it is not enough of a stimulus to build bone. I need you to walk faster. Your bones need you to walk faster. And so whether you're just introducing little short intervals, breaking up your walk, and that's another good reason to break up your walk, is your bones. Our bones need constant stimulus. Once a day is the minimum for them. If you give them an extra stimulus 3, 4, 6 hours later, they will thank you by giving you stronger bones. And so, not only do you get to see the great day at the start of the day, but you get to see it again later in the afternoon or evening for you. So thinking of ways that you can boost your walking through the speed, and eventually, even if you like these little short intervals, you might decide, I'm going to boost and do a whole minute of a walking pace a little bit faster. And every single time I introduce this to my clients, I always find that their entire walk gradually gets a little bit faster. And really, that's what you want. You don't want to be aging and slowly slowing down, but rather aging with that spring in your step and keeping up with your grandkids. So for those of you who have gone this far with me, I have a special playlist just for you, because obviously you're dedicated to your walks. And so in order to help you succeed in building all of these tips into your walks, then I want you to watch this playlist so that you get an extra special ideas on boosting your warm-up, on making sure you stretch properly after your walk, on how to incorporate your posture and really get that understanding, whether you're on the treadmill or whether you're walking through the woods, so that you can start incorporating these tips gradually at a pace that works for you, so that you can enjoy years of walking to come. I wish you all the very best and a lovely walk. I'm Margaret at Mailer Guide. Thanks for joining me today.